Hello and welcome back to Learning Patience through Villager Wrangling with Vilcata on the Scarworld Season 2 server. In this episode, we're going to finish this trading hall, or murder all the villagers, burn it to the ground, and salt the earth. We'll just have to see. But before that, we need to start with storage for the copious amounts of bone meal that the farm will start to produce once the carrot and potato lines have been connected. For that, we're going to use the same dual silo design that we used for the bee products, complete with a shulker loader for the bone blocks. As you can see, I've buried the beacon to clear space, and, well, you know the drill, so let's get to a quick time lapse of building the newest silo. Okay, so I'm clearing out the area for the shulker loader for the next silo and ran into the stream. That's not the... I didn't expect that, but that's not why I'm recording this. I'm recording this because of... What in the world am I looking at? So apparently at some point, and who knows how long ago, when I was killing iron golems for heads, apparently a baby zombie had gotten in the water stream, picked up the head, and he's been in here ever since. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. Well, I'm here to liberate you, little guy. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to redirect this water stream because it's going right through the room. I don't think I can get around it. I don't think I can build my mechanism around it. We'll see. Back to the time lapse. Trader time, trader time. Everyone loves trader time. My trader trap worked. Ooh. Oh, look at this magma block. Alright. Crying obsidian. Cyan concrete. Oh, I hope I want his corbels. Man. Alright, oh man, respawn anchor! Oh, I don't have one of those. Alright, time for a montage, see how many I can get. Alright, this is the spoils of the trader. He even got me a respawn anchor. Some cyan concrete. Crying obsidian. I like this magma cube. Man, that's sweet. Look at that. It's adorable. Alright, back to whatever it was I was doing. Alright, so here I am. So close. And he just dropped in the hole. I'm back to fighting with villagers. Yay! But I've made a ton of progress. And most of it I didn't bother recording. Because it's kind of challenging to show. You know, when we do the third-person time lapses using replay mod, it really works out best if we're kind of out in the open, because you know obstacles get in the way. So if I'm doing like a lot of just underground digging tunnels for, you know, for water streams, which I've been doing for the past like 2 days, then a lot of times I don't bother even just doing the recording, because I know that when I try to render it out, it's not going to look real good. And it's going to be kind of hard to follow. I mean, you know, I've seen other YouTubers kind of do it when they're branch mining, and you can kind of follow up behind, and it kind of gives the perception of progress, and I think those are pretty good uses of it. But the I don't know, I find that when I'm doing like those underground water tunnels, just really don't present themselves well. And I can certainly talk a good talk and fill the time in if that's actually necessary. So it's not a problem. You know, I always have more footage than I need, because these things take a lot of time to do, you know, and when you're trying to show parts of it, it's just, you know, there's definitely more, you know, the little time that we have to show in our videos, there's just exponentially more work that goes into it, that where there's potential for footage, and a lot ends up cut out anyway. So since I know that I'm not going to end up, you know, making something that looks good when I'm doing those underground tunnels, I just don't bother recording them for the most part. Oh, whoops. Not good. F3 and B. Come on, stay inside. Alright, I don't care if he goes in that one. Just stay inside. Oh, no, no! Oh, it had to be the one that I accidentally broke earlier. Oh, villagers. Villagers. No, 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 don't go away. Where are you going? I so don't like you guys. No, 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 no. You're supposed to not want to go on tracks. Quick. Catch him, catch him. Okay. You know, I think I said something in the intro about burning this place down. Here tonight. See, I just knew. I knew. Villagers never go smoothly. Best laid plans, and this is what comes of it. Try to record just a little clip, a little chatty, with a villager in the background, and yeah, what happens? They find a way to not cooperate. Get back in your hole. The bone meal lines have been run to the Whirly Swirly, and the bone mill silo is all up and running, which I'm sure you've seen in the time lapse already. And the streams for getting the food up here from all three of the sources. The get in there. The I'm sure this is a wonderful view, face first, of a farmer. But there's the source of food coming from the middle, right, for when the breeder is active. And there is... Oh, he wanted out that hole, didn't he? And the... Let's tempt him. See if this works. And then there are the two corner guys. I knew he'd jump it. Ah, he wouldn't make it on the way back, though. Haha, buddy. So when I come down there, I'll show you. I did a last-minute change in the way I was going to do it. And I like it. I like it a lot. But these were going to go straight into the ground, and there was going to be water streams underground that was going to come along, and all that was going to meet up somewhere, and then another water stream. But I realized, kind of, I don't need to do that. Not only do I not need to do that, but it created an opportunity. So this is the one that starts at the lowest point, right, because it's down here. There had to be at least one water stream. So this was fine. But then I realized, well, that's all well and good, but why meet them under here when I can meet them up here? And watch the food go. And so I built them floating instead of having it drop down. And I've already caught myself standing there just watching. You know, I'll hear it start ticking, tick, 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 as food has been thrown into them, and I just watch the food go, and it gets thrown into the center and down into the hole. But there is tons of. I mean, look at all this backlog of food. There towards the end, I had the chests going to two different chests at a time. I was just trying to drain it out faster. So all this will need to get dumped into the system so that it can get processed properly. And I'm going to way overflow the whole thing. But I didn't want to do that yet until I kind of had these guys up in place, which is what we're doing right now. We have 11 fully very, very zombified guys. So all of them should have a 1 carrot for 1 emerald trade. And then there are somewhere between, I think, 1 and 4, maybe 1 and 5 on the potato trades. I could get it down to 1 to 1, but I mean, come on. Come on. I'm already gone ridiculously overboard on that whole thing. you know, 99% of the food's going to get turned into bone meal anyway. Hey, I got the system down now, don't I? I'm gonna get the rest of these guys put in. Oh, looky. There it goes. Look. Pew. Pew. See, it works. I love it. No, I'm sure you guys have gotten the impression, right? I like watching stuff happen. It's pretty cool. And I have the last two here. Which are, hey, we leveled up, but they're locked in. And they're both 1-for-1s. I don't know how many times I had to carry these guys. 4 or 5 to get them down that far. Man, I tell you, when he dumps, doesn't he? Alright, let's fast forward getting the rest of these guys in. You know, I just realized why I'm having trouble with some of these guys. These are composters that I have covering the hopper line. So he's trying to use them. Oh, that's hilarious. Silly me. Come on. So close. So close. Last guy. Last farmer, at least. Just... woo! Done and done. Alright. And now I just need to fix these. See this food waiting to be delivered. And I'm sure I'll cover all that up somehow. Okay, so what's next, right? What's next is I need to fix this. This is my cool thing that looks great but doesn't work right. And this is supposed to be an emerald fountain. And it fountains. But if you remember me putting last episode the minecarts into the molten rock, whatever it's called, emeralds are coming down and they're not getting picked up. Sometimes they do, but a lot of times they're not. Sometimes a majority of them don't get picked up. So I need to come up with a solution. I don't want to use 8 carts because carts are a little bit larger than 1 square or 1 block, and when they get too close to each other, they kind of don't like it. You get a little bit of an entity collision. I might be able to get away with it. I don't know. I'm going to go back to a test world and try it again. I might have to do something else. But this is going to be the last thing I tackle because it doesn't have to be functioning for the farm or for the trading hall to be done. You know, because I still need to decorate it. I need to put something. I need to do something with these walls. You know, there's going to be a lot of glass, I'm sure. I don't know what color. I don't know the pattern. But I still need to do all that. But I'm going to get back to villagerizing so I can get these guys up here. And it's last villagers that I need to move, you know, for now. I'll probably leave some of them undone for future expansion or, you know, more Fletchers in the future. I plan to fill it up. But I will probably fill these up right here because I don't want to have to... I want to tear down this infrastructure here, the movement area. But these back ones will be easy to bring up later and just, you know, whoop, right up through here. So that won't keep me from decorating the walls and figuring out how I'm going to do the ceiling and all that stuff. So with most of the mechanical work already done, most of what was left to do is just interior design. And there was a lot left to do. I mean, a lot of interior build work to be done. And we honestly don't have a whole lot of time left in the video. So I wanted to leave just a kind of a snippet of the thought process that I went through and how the interior kind of came together. And we'll do a quick walkthrough at the end. But this is just a little showcase of the build. Plus, we still have to do the outside facade. So we kind of wrapped it up all up into one. But I decided while I was doing this, I guess towards the end, especially with the mechanical parts that are on the roof, that I didn't really want to build a second floor. And that I thought it would kind of look better if I built out the mountain, you know, just kind of terraformed it in. So that's kind of what I decided to do. Thought, you know, at the worst I could tear it down if it didn't come out alright. And I'm happy with it. I'll probably come back later on and maybe put some flowers or trees or something on it, I don't know. Sometimes you have to build something and just build it and leave it and assess it after you've been able to see it for a while. And that's kind of what I'm going to do with this. I think I'm going to like it. I'm pretty happy with it so far. But, you know, well, if it changes in the future, don't be surprised if you see it a little bit different in the background. Alright, it's done! Done, done, done! Woohoo! Oh man. 2 weeks of building, and this is done. So I figured we would stop it where we started, right here by the librarians. Now, we are very out of time, so I'm going to give you the super quick, condensed grand tour. So, very quickly. The thought process behind this design with the nether brick flat panel up here was twofold. First of all, I needed to arch it up pretty high anyway because I knew I was going to have barrels up here for the farmers, and I wanted to be consistent. But also, I needed a place to put signs so I can label the villager, you know, whatever is important about the villager that's underneath it. So there will be rows of signs up here in the near future. As far as the final villager layout, you've already seen the librarians and the farmers. I think you've seen the masons. With the armor smiths, I kind of got lucky. I think I mentioned that I wanted to have one for each chainmail type. So I managed to get it in 3 guys. And I was able to retrieve these 2 desert guys from the old breeder. I had them they were just sitting around. And that freed up a space over here for my 1 toolsmith. And I had to go through a bunch of toolsmiths, but I finally got one that sold me both a hoe and a shovel. And he's not master yet, but when he is, he'll get the pickaxe. So that will be all the tools, because the weaponsmith gives me the diamond axe. So that allows me to put all the smiths in one spot. That's fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted. The back rows is going to be the miscellaneous. You know, it's mostly Fletcher's just because that's something I can have a variety of. Then we have a couple of cartographers, specifically because they have item frames. And then a butcher for miscellaneous food, in case I get tired of carrots. But the design came out beautifully. I'm very happy with it. The back row, I came up with this kind of catacomb design, which I was very happy with when I finalized it. It's kind of the behind everything, back tunnels. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the soul lanterns, or haven't used them much, they do not produce much light at all. In fact, they practically produce negative light. So they're very poor for mob proofing. And as a result, I needed to bring in the extra lighting sources, so I put these hanging lamps. And I think they came out pretty well as well. And I think you saw in the time lapse, I ended up putting my brand into the window. I did it kind of jokingly at first because it was a nice 5x5 or 5x4, but I like it. It came out pretty well. And finally, the Emerald Fountain, which it's no longer doing the back. So it's been running, so it's out of emeralds in the other dispensers, other droppers. But put simply, and see, it's been running for a while. Let me shut it off. The idea is that we get a ton of emeralds from these guys. In fact, I get, I think, 5.5 stacks of emeralds just from one pass on these. And I dump them all in here. And the filter puts them up and into the fountain. So over time, I'll fill up all of these things. There's going to be a lot of backfilling of hoppers. And then they can just run. And it will drop. You see they still get stuck a little bit every now and then. But, I'm not too worried about it. So I want to thank you guys for coming back and watching part 2 of the Trading Hall two-parter. And I hope you guys like it as much as I did. The hall came out beautifully. It's efficient to get through. And I like the motif. I'm very happy with how it came out. I'm happy with the mountain being part of the build. And the exterior. But let's call it here. We're definitely way out of time. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Thanks again. If you liked it, leave a comment, leave a like. We know the spiel. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode.